Yo, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and here we are at the NBA Finals. I am here with another Boston Celtics video, and today I am recapping games 1 and 2, which took place in Boston. It is the Boston Celtics, my Boston Celtics, playing against the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals. Games 1 and 2 are done, and I just want to do my reactions and my thoughts so far. But NBA Finals, Dallas Mavericks get the job done, and they actually move on to the NBA Finals. Respect to them. Look, before I get into this video, I just want to say that respect to the Dallas Mavericks. They're an awesome team. They're a great team. Obviously, the player to be a lookout is obviously Luca. Luca is an unbelievable player. Luka Donovan is a unbelievable player as well as Kyrie Irving. And look, I there have been talks saying that once if it's Dallas and Boston, look, watch. Boston fans are gonna boo Kyrie because he stepped on Lucky, he disrespected the franchise, and that's exactly what Boston fans did in the first two games. Once Kyrie touched the ball, we just started booing him. So basically that's just that. But just wanna talk about this first two games. Game 1. So game one was probably the best game that the Celtics had. It was a perfect game for the Celtics in game one. Game two, which was a few days ago, basically wasn't too good. Despite winning that game two, game two was horrible. Let me just say, game two, the Celtics struggled. It was just unbelievable. But first off, I just want to talk about game one. So basically, game one, unbelievable star. Obviously, my Boston Celtics, they had Chris. They obviously got Kristaps Porzingis back. They obviously got Porzingis back from injury, and I can tell you, Kristaps Porzingis went ham, man. That he is the MVP for Game One in the NBA Finals. He's coming off of a ankle injury or whatever it was. But Porzingis in Game One went off, like holy moly. Porzingis went ham in Game One. Just makes it too easy because this guy's 7 foot. This guy made shots. This guy was unbelievable blocks in game one. But game one was awesome. We, put up the momentum. But Luca, the thing about Dallas is like, look, it's two games. We're up 2-0 in the series. But Celtics fans saying that it's going to be easy wins in Dallas, but it's not necessary. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's going to be a walk in the ballpark because respect to Dallas, they got the key weapons. This is what my issue with Dallas is. It's like Dallas, they are capable of beating us. They can beat us. I would agree. Yes. But it's just their issue is that Luca is just carrying this team on his own, and no one's helping. Like Kyrie, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm a Kyrie hater. I love Kyrie. He's awesome. It's just like him disrespecting Lucky is just, I don't know. It's just that, but still, it's just no hate for Kyrie for me. I'm not one of those Celtics fans that's gonna go to a game and boo him. But respect to Kyrie. Obviously, he has done great things ever since he left us, our franchise. So, but the only issue with this Mavericks team is that no one is helping Luca. Kyrie, he can do better. Like, obviously, people are asking, where is Kyrie back from when he was with LeBron? Oh, whatever. And then you got PJ Washington, who I think is an unbelievable player, but he just, no one is stepping up with Luca. It's like Derek Jones, Daniel Gafford. People are asking why Tim Hardaway Jr. is not playing. I mean, and then there's Derek Lively, who's made an impact. I mean, this game one, Lively had like 5 fouls that quick. But that's my issue with the Mavericks is like why they can't, keep up with us. It's like Luca is just a one-man crew. Like, holy shit, Luca is a beast. Respect to him. He's an unbelievable basketball player. And there's gonna be people deciding, oh, is Luca better than LeBron or is LeBron the greatest of all time? Whatever. But Talking about the Celtics in this game one. Celtics, they played an unbelievable basketball game, but then, I just can't take the fact that this team almost choked away that huge lead that we have. I think we were up by like 50 something to 27. I think it was like the first half or whatever. But Jason Tatum was 16 points. Look, Jason Tatum, man. I'm gonna talk about Jason Tatum in a minute because Jason Tatum, so far in these two games, he has not played well. Besides the assists that he had in game two, which we're gonna talk about game two. But Jaylen Brown had 22 points. Kristaps Porzingis, man, I was just talking about he's the MVP of Game 1, coming back from injury, and people are like, there's no way this guy was injured for a month and then just comes out and play like this. I mean, that's just that. Chris Porzingis with 20 points, and Chris Porzingis went ham. He had two long-range threes. Like, oh my God, this guy's feeling it. I mean, and then the blocks, this defense, Jaylen Brown with the blocks, like, I'm gonna go over the stats for game one right here, and it just shows you how many blocks, how many steals that we got, especially on Luka. Look, Luka is an unbelievable offensive basketball player. Like, he can shoot the ball, he's a beast. But like, I'm sorry, but in my own opinion, he just has trouble handling the ball. Like, Dallas fans, look at the stats. Boston fans, look at the stats. How many times did we strip the ball off of Luka in this game one? I mean, like I said, we're going to talk about game two. How many times did we strip Luka on game two as well? But the only issue with Luka is like he can shoot the shots. He's a great player. But we were able to strip Luka so many times in this game one. Obviously, turnovers. That's what killed the Mavericks. But talking about the Celtics, Drew Holiday, 12 points. Derek White, 15 points. It just shows them Drew Holiday and Derek White stepped up. But the real MVP is Chris Porzingis of the game one, in my own opinion. Jason Tatum, look. There are talks about, so this should be our, star player. This should be the MVP of the finals, right? But so far, Jason Tatum have not played the perfect game. Like, games 1 and 2, Jason Tatum did not play well. I'm not going to lie, guys. Jason Tatum did not play well, except he has triple-double assists in game 2. But game 1, I mean, Jason Tatum's nowhere to be found, and people are like, this should be our MVP, right? Oh, whatever. The Jason Tatum should be our best player, but right now, Tatum is not playing well, so far. So I expect him to step up in game 3 and 4 in Dallas. Look, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a walk in a ballpark for the Celtics, and it's going to be easy. We've seen teams come back. I mean, the Celtics have gone 2-0 before, and I've seen teams come back and win their home games to tie the series up at 2, and Dallas is more than capable of doing that. So don't, look, despite all the struggles that this Dallas team had, despite Luka trying to put this team on his back, don't count out the Mavericks. They can come out of nowhere. And that's the thing. Boston fans actually got into Kyrie's head in these two games, booing him and stuff like that every time he gets the ball. But that's just that. Peyton Pritchard was quiet with 0 points. Peyton Pritchard, I mean, I love this guy, but I mean, he needs to step as well. And then obviously Luke Cornett with 2 points. I mean, at this point, we were blowing them out, and then we almost choked this lead. Like I said, this team is known for choking leads, and that's almost happened. But thankfully, we, came up with the win, and we kind of, we were up by 22. At one point, Dallas just cut it back to like 8 points or something. I don't know. So, game one was great. It was the perfect game. But like I said, Jason Tatum played bad. That's just it. But looking at the stats for both teams, starting off with Boston, we were 39 and 82 in field goals. We were 47.6% in field goals. The Mavericks were 35 for 84 attempts. They were 41.7%. So it's kind of the same percentage for both teams in the field goal. 3-pointers. That's just how we beat Dallas. Like, we were killing it in the 3-pointers. Like, holy moly, that's something that I forgot to mention, the Celtics were killing it in the field goals. Sam Hazard had 8 points, and he had a couple threes. 3 pointers, we were 16 for 42. We had a 38.1% from free. They were 7 and 27. So the 3 pointers were there. And they were 25.9 from the free point line. So we were slightly better. Still, 16 threes, that's insane. Like, despite we made 42 attempts and made 16, it doesn't sound that bad. But 16 teams, we were making the threes. Especially Chris Porzingis, he was making the threes from downtown. I mean, that's just that. Free throws, we were 13 for 19, where we're 68.4% from the free throw line. The Mavericks were 12 and 19, they were 63.2% from the free throw line. We had 47 total rebounds, they had 43. That's just the important thing. This is what I was talking about. The assists. Jason Tatum with a lot of assists in game 2, which we're going to talk about. We had 23 assists. They had only 9. So we beat them in the assist battle, which is great, obviously. That's just the thing I was talking about in this game 1. The blocks. We had so many blocks. Our defense was on point. Like, Jason Tatum, I know Jaylen Brown blocked Kyrie at one point, and then there was this nice play. It was trying. I think it was Derek White, Drew Holiday. I don't remember, but we prevented the alley-oop, and it was a block shot, whatever. 9 blocks for the Boston Celtics, and get this, Dallas had only 1 block in this game. That just shows you the Celtics defense just was on fire in this game 1. Steals, they had 8 steals, we had 6. They had 11 turnovers, we had 12. The Mavericks slightly beat us in the paint with 46 points in the paint. We only had 38, and they had 16 personal fouls. We had 16 as well. So we kind of did get killed in the paint. Obviously the cut passes that the Mavericks. That's what the Mavericks do. Like, this is like Luka. They're just beastly. But that's just thing. We won this game because of the 3 and Porzingis in the defense. That's just that. But game 1 goes to the Celtics. The Boston Celtics defeats the Dallas Mavericks in game 1 of the NBA Finals, 107-89. So we lead the series 1-0. So moving on to game 2, which was this past. This was this past Sunday. So we end up winning 105-98. It was a really, really close game. But look, I'm not gonna lie. This was a bad basketball game for the Boston Celtics. Look, Jason Tatum played a horrible game. I don't think Jason Tatum scored until like late in the second quarter. This was a horrible game. And look, one great game in game 1. Your 3-pointers. You had 16 threes, I believe. This game, your 3-pointers are horrible. Your percentage in 3-pointing shots is horrible in game 2. Like, I'm going to go over the stats, but this Celtics team, their 3-point shooting was horrible in this game. And you think that's bad? I thought the Celtics were bad. Dallas had a really bad shooting percentage in threes too. And still, Luka right here, this is the problem with Dallas. Luka is a one-man crew. No one is helping him. Look, which is, I can say it's all great because that's great for the Celtics, that we can beat them. But still, if Dallas wants to win games against us, someone needs to help Luka. That's just what it is. And Kyrie, once again, struggled. 2 games in a row, Kyrie struggles. He had 16 points, I believe, in both games. But, but talking about this game, it was fairly close. Like I said, Luka was on fire. Luka is a complete beast. Luka Chi is a beast. He's just unbelievable basketball player. He was just making shots. He did not miss a single shot. I mean, Luka was just like on fire. He was killing us with the shots. I mean, Luka was on fire. But I heard an article saying that he had like a soreness in his knee or a leg injury, but it wasn't too bad, so he still played, which doesn't really matter. People are gonna use that as an excuse, the reason why they lost. Which they're just haters. They're saying that we have the easiest pass in the NBA Finals, because of injuries and whatever. It's just to be another excuse. But Dallas, they played a great game. I guess Dallas, I mean, I believe that Dallas played a great game in this game too. It was a close game, you know. Dallas was up by a bunch to the start of the game, causing Joe Mazzulla to call a timeout. I believe they were like up 12-6 or whatever. I don't know. Um, but looking at the points for the Mavericks, I'm just going for the Mavericks and then the Celtics. PJ Washington, 17 points. Derrick Jones Jr., 11 points. Daniel Gafford had a 13. Gafford's a beast, you know. Luka, obviously, I was talking about. He's a one wrecking crew trying to put this team on his back. Luka had 30 in game one, and in this game two, he had 32. 32 points for Luka. He played 42 minutes, obviously. And then Kyrie, I talked about the struggles that he had. 16 points, and then Lively only had 2. People are asking why Hardaway is not playing. You know, but it was a really close game until I believe the third quarter, whatever. The Celtics kind of came through. Porzingis making an impact, but it's not looking good for Porzingis because he might not play for the rest of the NBA Finals. He kind of got hurt again. He was limping after a play. I forgot what it was. He was trying to rebound his own three, but someone else got it and he kind of slipped, limping. So Chris Porzingis, we don't know what to extend if we were going to have him for game 3, but there have been talks about, Porzingis might miss the rest of the NBA Finals, which, look, we had success. I mean, people are gonna be like excited. You know, the haters are gonna be excited, saying that they're not gonna have Porzingis. It's gonna be easy. I mean, it's not gonna be easy because look at what happened when we didn't have Porzingis. We beat some teams with, I believe, we're like 30-5 without Porzingis in the playoff. I don't even know, but the MVP of this game is Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, man, oh my God, he went absolute ham. Like Drew Holiday, it just went absolute ham. Derek White with this unbelievable block, game-winning block. But look, people are talking about how that should have been a foul. It was a double block, by the way. I believe Derek White appeared, and then Jaylen Brown with a little push. I believe people say that it should have been a foul. I didn't see the replay. I didn't bother because it's just drama. I mean, it looked like a clean block. I don't know, but, there's just going to be people talking about that block. I mean, it is what it is, but, that was an unbelievable block by Derek White to save and at this point, we were up by a bunch, and then it just kept on being foul, and then I'm like, no, don't choke this away. That's what this Boston team is known for. By the way, Peyton Pritchard was an unbelievable buzz beater, I believe, to end the third quarter. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the end to the Peyton Pritchard. That's like the only point that he had in the first 2 games. So Peyton Pritchard, I love you, but I mean, step up, man. You got to get the points. Porzingis, I don't know. There's talk, like I said, don't know what to extend if he's going to miss games or whatever, but his knee did not look good. He couldn't keep up. I mean, he had trouble. But like I said, Al Horford had 5 points. Al Horford's been kind of quiet. I like to see him step up. And talking about Jason Tatum, he had 18 points. Look, he made shots late in the second half, but overall, Jason Tatum has not been playing well in these finals. Like, holy shit. And there's going to be haters saying that, this is the guy that should be your MVP player, right? Whatever. But Jason Tatum had 11 assists or something like that. He had 11 assists. He had a triple double. He didn't shoot the ball well, but he had a bunch of assists, which is good. He had a triple double. But Jason Tatum, people are saying that he just basically, but Dallas shows the fraud that Tatum is. Tatum had to get his team. People are like, oh, Tatum's team's gotta what do you call it? I mean, they're gonna say that his team's gotta bail him out and shit like that. So I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, Jason Tatum has not played well in the NBA Finals, and I expect that to change. Jason Tatum's gotta step up. Look, he played okay. I mean, he made some good plays towards the end of the second half with the M1, the 3, whatever. That's just that. But is it good enough? Is that triple double good enough to earn him a MVP for the finals? I don't know. I mean, Jaylen Brown won MVP for the Eastern Conference Finals, but we have to see what happened. But Luka, like I said, Dallas's issue is no one helping Luka. I mean, Luka is doing everything he can. Respect to him. Like I said, I don't have any hate for Dallas. They're a hell of a team. Respect them since their day that they had Dirk Nowitzki. Respect to the franchise and obviously Jason Kidd, who's their head coach, who I watched Jason Kidd. Despite being a Celtics team, I respect Jason Kidd, even when he was playing, obviously. Obviously, Dallas, look, Dallas is gonna be playing 2 games in Dallas, and there's people saying that, oh, Kyrie's gonna be more focused, Kyrie's probably gonna go off, and he should. I mean, Kyrie, he needs to help Luka. Like Luka, if you have one guy on your team that's doing everything and the rest of your players aren't doing anything, you're not winning games. I'm sorry. Looking at the stat for this game too. Obviously we talked about the horrible shooting percentage for this Boston team in the first half. Field goals, we were 38 and 84. We were 45.2% in field goals. Dallas was 38 and 80. They were 47.45. And this just show you how bad both teams were at the three. And this just shows you how bad both teams were bad at the 3-pointers. So the Boston Celtics were 10 out of 39 attempts. That's bad. Like I said, this Celtics team was struggling hitting their threes in the first half. At one point, we almost broke the record. I mean, we always shot a three in the first quarter of that, but almost ended. Like, for the first time in so long, the Boston Celtics wouldn't have made threes in the first quarter. But thankfully, Al Horford broke that streak. So, that would have been the first time the Celtics have not shot a three in the first quarter. We were 10 for 39 in the three-pointer. That's, like I said, that's bad. Only 25.6% from the 3-point line. Looking at Dallas, they were much worse, but we made more 3 attempts than they do. They only made 6 threes out of 26. They were 23.1% from 3-pointers. And I thought my team was bad at the three. It's like, holy shit. The Boston Celtics, they had a great night they had a great game 2 in free throw percentage. Free throws, we only missed 1 free throw. We were 19 out of 28. We were 95% at the free throw line, so it's good. Dallas struggled at the Dallas struggled at the free throw line. Like, for some odd reason, they were 16 and 24. Look, it's not bad, but they missed most of their free throws towards the end of the beginning of the game, whatever. They were 16 and 24. They were 66.7. I mean, looking at that stat, it's at least it's not under 50%, right? But Dallas really struggled in the free throw attempts in this game too. They had 43 rebounds. We had 41. We had 29 assists. They had 21. We had 5 block shots. Porzingis once again had some block shots. I mean, Porzingis is an unbelievable player. Dallas had 3. We had 10 steals. Peyton Pritchard stripped Luka, by the way. That's just, oh my god, like I said, the ball handling that Luka is just horrible. We were able to strip Luka multiple times in game 1 and now in game 2. We had 10 steals. They had 5. They had 15 turnovers. Look, the turnovers, we had 10 turnovers, they had 15. But still, there were some stupid turnovers that the Celtics did. Points in the paint. The edge, it slightly gives the edge to Dallas with 54 points in the paint. We had 46, and they had 17 fouls. We had 15. So that just shows you. I mean, look, it's great that we won and all. I mean, we had that run. We had that winning run at the third quarter. But, man, this Celtics team, look, Drew Holiday stepped up. But overall, the shooting percentage in the first half was absolutely horrendous. Like I said, Jason Tatum, he did not play well in these first 2 games of the NBA Finals. And I expect that to change in this game 3 and 4. We have to see what happens. And look, I'm not that fan that's going to say that this is going to be a walk in the ballpark. Do not count Dallas out. They still have the weapons. I mean, they're legit. They beat OKC, the number one seed, I believe. I don't remember at this point, but still, don't count Dallas out yet. There's still two home games that Dallas have to play, and they could win both home games. This has happened before. That's just that. So for the Celtics, I mean, let me tell you again, guys. I did a couple videos before saying that this team needs to win an NBA championship, and am persuaded. I am hungry. This team is. It's been so years. The last time I saw my team win a championship was 2008. And this is gonna be huge if we can win one game in Dallas, and that just shows you we got to win two more games, obviously, and we are champions. So it's gonna be nerve wracking. It's gonna be a celebration if they do. I've been waiting too long, man. But still, don't count Dallas out. Luka's an unbelievable player. Only issue, like I said before, no one is helping him. But still, talking about Chris Porzingis, I don't know if he's gonna play. I don't know if he's gonna play at all, or he's. I mean, the injury doesn't look good. He's been dealing it. People saying that he's a fraud. Like, get the fuck out of here. People saying that there's no way that he was injured. Comes back in game one and just goes ham. I mean, it's an injury, guys. Put that through your information for your sick fucking heads. It's a fucking injury. It's no fake injury. It's just fucking. You guys are just a bunch of haters. Like I don't understand. Like, holy shit. Like that one time the Boston Celtics win a championship, they're just fucking haters. Like, holy shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're just all mad. Like, literally. And people are saying that the NBA is rigged. I mean, how about that year that LeBron had a run in the playoffs? Like, I mean, there was no haters on that. Like, it was like the Heat winning every fucking year because of that superior team that the Miami had in LeBron, the Wade, Ray Allen, and Chris Bosh. How about that year? Huh? You didn't show, and then you all just want to sit here and hate on us. Like, you know what? If the Celtics, just watch the NBA, just watch the Celtics win the NBA championship and you all can hate more. I don't give a fuck. I mean, holy moly. Like, seriously, what, like, and that's just the thing why I want to talk about. It's like people saying that we have the easiest path to the finals. I mean, didn't Miami had that? I mean, look, people are saying that we got lucky because teams had injuries. I mean, what is your excuse for this NBA Finals series, huh? No one on Dallas have injuries. All their players are playing. They have Kyrie, they have Luka. No one's injured. What is your excuse this time? And what is it like? How is it the Celtics' fault that those teams have injuries? Like that, it just doesn't make sense. And there are people saying that it's the Celtics' fault for injuring them. Like, they think that we injured Jimmy Butler. We think that we injured the Cleveland players. Like, get the fuck out. It's just fucking haters, man. But I'm not going to talk too much about this. The Boston Celtics was a comfortable 2-0 series lead. We got game 3 this Wednesday, tomorrow night in Dallas. I believe the next game, I think, is Friday or Saturday. Honestly, I don't know. But like I said, people are just going to be sitting here hating. And then, like I said, Celtics fans are going to say it's going to be walking the ballpark. It's not. The series is over when it's over. And like I said, don't count Dallas out. They have the, tools to beat us. That's just that. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steel. Thank you guys for watching. That is my games 1 and 2 recap video. Hopefully I'll see you guys after game 4. It's gonna be, look, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that's gonna be easy. But if this team sweeps Dallas and we win the championship after game 4, I will be doing a celebration video, man. Oh my god. But anyways, see you guys later. Like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Like, subscribe, comment your favorite NBA team in the comment section. And I'll see you guys later, man.